This is with the video on.
Yeah, what video on? Hey.
Maybe she's not.
You put them in a Ziploc baggie. The other ones are already there. Hello. Remind me of your name again.
Me? Oh, I'm Philip.
Philip. Okay. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Is it snowing or ice at your house?
Yeah, I live up on a mountain, so I live up on a high mountain, like around Cooper's Rock. So you got
a lot of ice and snow?
Yeah, I got like 5 or 6 inches.
Great day. We got mostly ice where I live. It's kind of icy outside.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna need to sit over there because we're gonna need a lot to spread out. Huh? Yeah, but you need to put Julie's laptop away. We got lots of stuff to do today. We're gonna do a really cool project. Are you excited? We're gonna use some paint. You're gonna need some paint and some paper today. We're gonna learn a little bit, all kinds of fun stuff. Woo! Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
I love it. I gotta pull up some pictures here because I'm gonna talk to you guys just a little bit about an artist that we're gonna learn about. All right. You need to get a cup full of water and that brush that's over there on the dish drainer. Sorry, I'm talking to my daughter. She wants to make the project today too. It's up in the top of the closet. And the little hooks. No, I think it's just laid up in the top. You'll need a paint tray because I have paints that you have to pour. You have your paints ready? There's a clean one in the dish drainer. You have your paints ready, Philip?
Yeah.
Good.
These are so many colors.
I know. You can use however many you want. I used all of them because I like all of them. You need a let me put in the group chat here the supplies that everybody will have to have. Yeah. Whoa, we're going to be making a really cool project today. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we're good.
Really cool projects every week. Next week is our last week.
What?
I know. It's only 6 weeks. This is week 5.
Why can't we do it again?
Like, is it gonna end forever after that, or or we can have.
I think I'll have to talk to them and see if they want to do another set. That would be fun.
Yeah, I hope we do another set.
Yeah, next week is, we have class next week, but next week is the last week. I'll have to talk to them and see if we can do it maybe again in the springtime. That would be fun. It's not that long ago, not long away. I'm having a good time with you guys. Okay, well, I'm teaching, so I can't do anything about it right now. I guess you'll have to keep looking for it. I'm teaching. What you eating there, Jen? Chips. Chips. You're gonna need a piece of thicker paper, and you're gonna need a piece of construction paper to make your heart too. Okay.
Oh, is it gonna be a Valentine project? I'm guessing now.
It doesn't have to be a Valentine project, but we are gonna be making a heart. So you can use it for Valentine's, or it can just look like a heart. So that's totally up to you.
Yeah.
Totally up to you. It is 2:53. We are getting close. Getting closer and closer.
Yeah. Is this about the time that everybody just logged in?
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah. I'm early for today.
We'll see everybody online in a few minutes. I'm so excited. We're gonna paint. Do you guys like to paint?
Yeah, I don't usually paint very often. Usually just on special occasion.
You don't get to paint that much?
Yeah, because I'm not that kind of a guy to make a mess. I mean, I like making a mess, but the hardest part is cleaning it up.
Oh, well, you can't be afraid of a mess if you're going to be doing art, because sometimes art makes a huge mess. But once you learn how to take care of your materials and you learn how to clean up right, then it's not that bad. You can keep.
Yeah, I remember when I used to do a lot of stuff like cut like characters out from video game, and make them like out of construction paper.
Oh my gosh, you make like 3D, like you can make them 3D.
No, I can't make them 3D, but
I bet you can. I bet you could. You work on a little bit and fold that paper a little bit. That would be cool.
yeah, I used to fold them at 3D, but didn't work out very.
Okay, come on in, kiddo.
I mean,
Everybody.
Oops, sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
We're jumping on in. I hope everybody can see. I posted a little reminder of what supplies to have ready for today. We need a piece of paper thicker than the regular copy paper if you have it. If not, it's okay. We're just going to be painting this paper today, so the thicker paper holds the paint better. A piece of construction paper or a piece of heavier paper. It doesn't have to be anything new. We're just going to cut that out. Pencil if you want it. You don't absolutely need that. But we do need paint in lots of bright colors. Whatever colors you have is fine, but you must have black paint. If you don't have black, you can use a darker color like purple or brown. You need 2 paint brushes and one of them needs to stay dry. It needs to be a dry brush. And then if you have a little piece of masking tape, that's great. Or you can use a little piece of Scotch tape. We're going to cut out a template and tape it to our paper for a minute and then remove it.
Miss Fitzgerald?
Yes, dear.
Can the paint be acrylic or not?
Either one is fine. That's what I used. You can use acrylic or you can use tempera. Watercolor is probably not going to be the best for this project. But like the little craft paints like these are great if this is what you have. Love cheap ones like this. Or if you have the little, little bottles of it. Yep, whatever you guys have. Acrylic paints are fine. You know, it is even fine if you ever painted the little sun catchers and you get the little tubes, the little bottles, jars of paint that are this big. You can even use those. Those are totally fine.
Looks like today is a painting project.
It is. Yes. If you guys can look over on the chat, in the group chat, I put up what supplies you should have ready for today. It should have come in on your email, your reminder email with the Zoom link. I hope she had put that on there. I don't know if she did or not because I don't get copies of those emails. But we're going to need a piece of paper, thicker than regular copy paper if you have it. But if copy paper is all you have, that's okay too. We're going to be painting on it, and sometimes that copy paper gets so wet with the paint that it might tear a little bit because it's thin. One piece of construction paper or a heavier piece of paper. It can be totally scrap. It does not have to be nice and neat because we're gonna cut that up. Scissors to cut that out. You're definitely going to need your paint in bright colors, okay? Craft paint is totally fine. Tempera paints are fine. Any kind of little craft paints, just not watercolors. But one of your paints needs to be black. You gotta have some black. And if you don't have black, a really dark color, like a dark purple or brown would be best. 2 paintbrushes, because one of them is gonna need to stay dry. We're gonna need to use one of them that's dry, okay? And then if you have some tape, a little piece of masking tape or Scotch tape is fine too. That'll help if we tape our template, our stencil to our main paper.
Is how you use this brush?
Hi, Isaiah. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey.
Hi,
We're hanging.
guys, another thing you're gonna want in, let me type it in the group chat too, is a cup of water to rinse your brush out. Because when we are painting, we wanna make sure our brushes stay clean when we switch to another color. That way the colors blend and mix.
Since we're late, we don't have since we logged in late, the chat doesn't have what we need.
Okay, I can copy it and put it in here again. I forget about,
I don't know why
Zoom and Google Meet, the chats.
It's weird.
Stay the same.
Thank you.
Guess what?
What?
Tomorrow I'm turning 8.
Is it your birthday?
Yep.
All right, there's the supply list again, just to get these things ready. You're gonna need a piece of paper. If you have paper that's thicker than the regular copy paper, that would be best. But if all you have is copy paper, that's totally fine. Sometimes we're gonna paint on it, and sometimes the copy paper gets a little bit wet with the paint, and since it's so thin, it might tear. So we just need to be careful if you're using regular copy paper. Hi, Henry, I see you logged on. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Harper. Hi, Yvette. How are you? Hi. I'm going through seeing everybody's faces for a minute. Colton, I see you in there. Hi.
I don't know. Come on.
Looking good, everybody. Hello, hello. Jada, is that Jada in there? Yay. Philip's still in there. We're gonna do that a little bit today, actually. Hello, Nate, how are you?
Good.
All right, my friends, it is about time to get started. So let's go ahead and get all our stuff out. And put yourself on mute. If you'll go down into the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and make sure you turn your microphone off just while I'm giving directions. That way everybody has a chance to hear what I'm having to say. You're going to need a couple of things. If you're just looking around at your supplies and you have them all on your table there, you need to have a piece of paper. If you have copy paper, if that's all you have, that's okay. But if you have like white construction paper or sketchbook paper, a little bit thicker paper, that's best for today. But copy paper is fine. You're going to need a piece of construction paper, and I used red because it's almost Valentine's Day. But it doesn't matter what color construction paper you need. I mean, you have, because we're just gonna cut it up. It's just used for scrap today. A pencil if you want it. You don't necessarily need a pencil. You're gonna need your paints. You need lots of bright colors, whatever colors you have. Craft paints are fine. These, or even like these kind from the store. Bright, wild colors, whatever colors you have. I have a whole bunch of them. I just used everything. You definitely need your paints. You're gonna need black paint, okay? So if you don't have black paint, that's okay. You can use a really dark color like purple or brown, all right? If you have those, but black paint is gonna be one of our key things today. Scissors if you have them. You need to get scissors. And a cup of water to rinse your paintbrushes out. And masking tape. If you have masking tape, that's fine. If not, you have Scotch tape, that's fine too. This is just going to be used to put our stencil onto our main paper, and then we're going to peel it back off. So whatever, it's not really necessary, but it'll be helpful if you have that. Oh, you've got painter's tape. I see that, the blue kind. That's good because you can tape it on and pull it right back off. Yep, great. Okay, my friends, let's get ready to paint. We're gonna start out painting, okay? We're gonna do our background page first. Then we're gonna let that dry while I talk to you and give you a little bit of an art history lesson. And then while that's done drying a little bit, we're going to go back and add.
What do we do?
We're getting our paints out. And if you have a paint tray, you can go ahead and pour your paints into your paint tray, whatever colors you want to use. Our background is going to be a little wild and crazy. Okay, so whatever colors you want to throw on here, this is going to be our background. You want to look bright colors, wild colors, a variety of colors for your background. So pour your paints into your paint tray. Or if you have a strip with the bottles on it all together, you can just open all of them. But we're going to be using one color at a time. So go ahead and get your paints poured into your paint tray. Or if you have a paper plate, pour them on a paper plate or a piece of plastic. No, you can just use those.
What are we going to make?
We're going to be making let's see if I can get that final project up here. We're going to be making let me share my screen. I forget how to do that. Close.
There's a green button at the bottom.
I was gonna say I was gonna say the same thing.
Between Google Meet and Zoom, and all the buttons are in the different places.
And then they update and they move. You're good.
Right. Okay, so this is our example project. So we're gonna do a nice background, and then we're gonna cut a stencil and we're gonna do a heart. So our background's gonna be a little wild and crazy. So whatever colors you want to use, in our example here, they've even used white. You can see a couple little marks there with different white on there. So whatever color paint you have that you want to use on your background, you're going to go ahead and do that. Get those poured into your paint trays, okay? The black we're going to use in a little while. You don't need black right now.
I have a question.
If you already poured it, it's okay. You can just hold on to it, okay? Yes, Nate, you have a question?
Yes. So we're just gonna paint dots on our background?
I'm gonna tell you in just a second. Yes, pretty much. It's not really gonna be dots. Okay, so to get started on our paper, you are going to choose and use one color at a time. So if you're gonna start out with blue, you're going to use only blue, and then we're going to rinse our brushes out and pick up another color, okay? So you want to do some quick, straight brush strokes all over your paper, and they can go in different directions. So here's my first example. I used the blue, and then I used the purple. And we're going to just put brush strokes in random places all over our paper. So use one color to begin with. Like I used blue to start with. And I put all these little blue brush strokes, and they can go right off the edge of your paper. If you have something under your paper against your table, so you're not painting on the table, you can put your brush strokes right up to the edges of your paper, but do all of one color first. Yes, Nate?
Would you say that this would be a good size?
Yes, that's perfect brush. So lots of different little brush strokes, and they can all go in different directions. I have some going sideways. I have some going diagonal. I have some going straight up and down. I have some going right off the edge of my paper. So if you're using blue first, do all the blue. Then you're gonna wash your brush out in your cup of water really good, because we don't wanna mix any blue with the next color that we have, okay? So this is a nice lesson in washing your brushes. So put your brush strokes all over the paper with the first color. Then wash your brush and pick up your second color, which I used purple for number 2. And then you're gonna do the same thing. Go in random spots all around your paper, even off the sides. And add that second color. Then you're gonna do what with your brush?
Rinse it off.
Yes, make sure you rinse it between each color. Not each time, but just when you change colors, okay?
Okay, so we're doing purple next, correct?
You can do whatever colors you have next. So if you wanted to do yellow next, you can do yellow, or if you wanted to do lime green, that's fine too. But we're doing one color at a time so that our paints don't mix and blend together. And keep going. I'm going to give you guys about a few minutes to work on this because I know this does take time. And you're going to keep going until you have your entire page filled up with colors, okay? Brush strokes of colors. It kind of looks like a party, doesn't it? Woo! It looks like confetti. Do you ever have those poppers at the parties and you go poof, and the confetti blows out? I think those are so fun, but that's what we're going for here. We are going to put brush strokes of color all over our papers. Thick brush strokes of wild colors, and then go right off the edge of your paper if you want to. Look at that. Mine just went whoop, whoop, right off the edge. I laid my paper on something so I didn't get paint on my table. Look what I used. You guys know what this is? I had a cereal box in the recycle bin and I just pulled it out and opened it up because it was like this, you know, and I ripped the side open and now I have a nice mat that I can lay my painting on so I don't get it on my kitchen table. Moms, nannies, papas, y'all might appreciate that little trick. So you can save some stuff out of your recycle bin to use for painting. I'm scrolling through to look at everybody, see how we're all doing. If you have some of your paintings, you can hold them up and let me look. Hi, Harper. Yes, okay, now make sure you're going in between those marks and putting your colors in and filling up the white spaces, okay? You can put 2 colors right next to each other. Look what I did on this. So you can see here that I have like 2 colors that are right beside each other, trying to fill up the white spaces as best as I can. Now, of course, I did leave a few white spaces, but that's okay. Just not really big white spaces. So you can put 2 brush strokes right together, right side by side. We just don't want them to overlap too much because the colors mix.
I put white on white.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, but see as well. It's up to you.
Yeah, if you're using white paint, you can actually see white paint on a white paper. Jada, that looks good. I like how you've got the yellows and the blues already going on. And you can put some of them side by side. That's totally fine. But we want to try to use as many different colors as we have and fill in the gaps, okay? So just keep painting. Colton, I see yours. That looks really nice. So far, so good. Make sure you're filling it, putting them side by side. Put the marks close together. Adeline, I see yours. Remember, go right to the edges. If you can't get on the table, just be careful, but try to fill up as much of the space as you can with the brush strokes. You guys are doing really good at washing your brushes out. This is a skill that not very many people understand if you're a beginning artist, and that is to wash your brushes out in between mixing colors. That is, because when you dip it in yellow and you paint, and then you go to try to pick up blue, your colors are going to mix. You're going to end up with green because yellow and blue make green. So make sure you're washing your brushes really good. That's a good habit to get in for an artist. You guys are doing great. These are so fun. This is just kind of one of those fun things. It's just going to be your background, but this is the best part, is just sitting there and like, oh, you know, I just get to paint. And it doesn't matter if I mess up. This is not a big deal. I can just paint, make my marks, and just go. Yeah, it is. And you can do, if you have a lot of paint on your paintbrush and it's really thick on your paper, you can either leave it that way, that's okay, or you can spread it out a little bit. That looks very nice. Okay, if you're getting to be kind of done, like, you know, you've used all your colors and you still have some white and you want to go in and fill those gaps, wash your paintbrush, and then you can go back and add some more colors. You can add some more purples. If you've already done purple, do some more purple. And we actually have two different colors of blue. We have like this peacock blue, and we have, what's this called? Bright blue. So we have two different colors of blue. We use both of them. I think that's fun.
Wait, how put my head up? What heart are we making today?
We are making a cool thing, a cool heart. Let me see if I can show you. You don't like your painting? Who's it? Lauren, is that you? You said you didn't like your painting? Jackson, that looks good. Keep going. I want you to fill up the white spaces, okay? You've got some more marks to make. Lauren, let me see. Oh, I can't see you. You have your camera turned off, but that's okay. If you don't like your painting, one of the things you can do is get another piece of paper and start over. Now you know.
My name is actually Harrison.
Who is that?
My name is actually Harrison.
Oh, Harrison's. Oh, I'm sorry. I go by the names that are on the.
That's my mom's name.
I know it. I forget that you guys are on here on your mom's and dad's devices. All right, Harrison, if you don't like it, start over, do another one. But you can also remember, if you don't like it, it's kind of okay, because this is just going to be the background anyhow. So you've got some choices there to make. And if you really don't like it and you want to start over, guess what? It's just a piece of paper. We've got paper and we've got paint, right? Your water is probably getting pretty nasty by now. Does it look brown? Does it look like gross? Jenna's looks like chocolate milk. That's gross, isn't it? Is your water dirty? That can cloud your paint, especially if you're using a light color like yellow or the white. So if your water needs to be changed, go ahead and dump it out, wash your cup, and get clean water in it, okay? You may need to change your water. Your sister's painting too? Good. This is a pretty cool project for every age group. I think that'd be really fun. Yeah. No, you can, if you still have white, you don't really need to add more variety of color. I would go back in with one of the colors you've already used and fill in more spaces with it. I would probably use, you've got a lot of light colors there, so to balance it out, I think I would use one of the darker colors again. But you've used two different color blues. You've used the same blue? We'll use this one this time. These are a little bit different. Another thing is, if you have a lot of white spaces in between your marks, you want to go back in and add some more marks. You might want to make bigger marks, fatter ones. Yeah, you can go right over it, but be careful that your paints don't mix. You don't want too much blending going on. Your sister's 4 years old. Oh, see, this is a good project for her too, because you don't have to stay in the lines. You don't have to make it just perfectly perfect. It can just be wild and crazy. Woo, woo, wild and crazy, right? We don't want to get too wild and crazy. We're not gonna be like dripping paint everywhere, but this is a really cool project for everybody.
She's actually doing this better than I am.
Oh my God.
And I'm like 4 years older than she is.
Well, sometimes some of the projects, we make them harder than they should be because we want them to be perfect, don't we? Sometimes we look at it and we're like, I really want this to look just like Miss Fitzgerald's or Miss Jen's painting. I want it to look just like the one that she showed me.
By the way, I'm 11. I'm kind of old for the project too.
All right, so let me talk and you guys can finish putting some paint on your paper. But we want to let it sit for just a few minutes so it can kind of start to dry. Okay, so if you've got most of your paper filled in and you're kind of happy with your party piece here, we're going to leave it laying and let it start drying. I'm going to tell you a little interesting stuff about the artist that inspired this project. And I'm going to share my screen because I'm going to show you some of his artwork. Let's see if I can go here. Yeah, all right, so let's go through. This is the artist, his name is Jim Dine, D-I-N-E, like dinner, but dine, Jim Dine, and he is still alive. Yeah, he's like 80 years old, but he is still alive. And he does these paintings. And if you look at him in this picture, he is standing in front of one of his paintings. So if you look at one of his paintings here, there's Jenna. If you look at one of his paintings here, do you think they're pretty big or do you think they're pretty small?
I think they're pretty big.
Yeah, they are pretty big. They are huge. Some of his paintings are as big as a wall in your house. He's done immense, huge paintings, and he's done some regular size ones, but most of these huge ones are what he's kind of known for. But what he's really known for in the art world is hearts. He does a lot of paintings and art pieces that feature hearts. It's such a simple shape, and yet he does a lot with them. He does a lot of color, like the painting he's standing in front of, and like our paintings that we're doing today. But he loves to use hearts in his artwork. So this is the actual painting by Jim Dine. It's called Confetti Heart. And we are going to be creating a piece that's kind of like this, similar to this today. If you look, you can see on the background there, all of the brush strokes like we've been doing, right? Does yours look kind of something like his? If you look just at the background, the color marks? Yeah, we're gonna go in and put a little bit of black marks on ours soon, but we're gonna let our background painting dry just a little bit first. But this one is called Confetti Heart. Let's look at some more. This is actually another art piece by Jim Dine. It's called 8 Hearts. And look, he drew 8 hearts in different ways. What do you guys, talk to me a little bit. What do you guys think about this picture? What do you see?
What do you see?
You can unmute and talk to me now.
A rainbow heart.
There's one rainbow heart, yeah.
And a hairy heart.
A hairy heart. Isn't that weird? Do you ever think of hearts being hairy?
Yeah.
It looks like one of them has legs.
Oh yeah, you're right. The one up at the top. Maybe it looks like a little bug or something. Jada, that was nice. Good observation. Keep talking, guys. What else do you see? Everybody sees something different, I'm sure.
I see like a heart that is like multiplying.
Mm-hmm. Multiplied, yes.
Hearts. And then there's like some sort of like gray furry kind of.
A bunch of hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of lines here.
Yeah.
This one's hanging in a museum. It's pretty neat. Do you think you guys could maybe do this after art class today? Could you go draw 8 different hearts with just a pencil and paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe paint one, just one, like that little rainbow heart in the corner. That could be something you guys could do later. All right. So this is another one by Jim Dine. It's called 4 Hearts. The other one was called 8 Hearts, and this one's called 4 Hearts. But look at the background.
The name for it.
Still lots of colors, but are the shapes a little bit different in the background? Yeah. It almost looks like he took thumbprints. Have you ever done like thumbprints when you were finger painting and stuff and put them on there?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I like
That's a different idea.
It looks cool.
I love it. The bright colors. These are great. This one's called the Black and Red Heart.
Oh, that looks cool.
It's like ghost
Yeah.
sleep, heart attack kind of painting.
He is still alive. I don't know if he's not worried about a heart attack, but this looks kind of cool. Like somebody might have drawn it with sidewalk chalk or something, doesn't it?
It kind of looks.
It looks
kind of reminds me
deadly.
of Spider-Man.
It looks
Because of
very
the red and the
deadly.
black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Holds you.
it's different. This makes you feel a little bit different than the other ones, doesn't it? Yeah, like somebody said, this one it looks like it's deadly or something. I like that description. But yeah, it kind of looks, it doesn't look as bright and sweet and loving as the other hearts. This one kind of looks a little dangerous, doesn't it? Why do you think it looks dangerous?
Because of the colors.
The
and
colors?
how through it.
I
And
think
how
it looks
about
Blood
deadly.
and a heart attack.
I think it looks like a poisonous one. I think it looks like a poisonous heart.
Okay. Yeah, because the lines are like scraped on there or something.
It looks fiery.
Fiery.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots. You guys are great at describing this stuff. I love this. This is another one by Jim Dine. It's
Hey, Mom,
called
come see this.
Untitled. He never titled it.
Oh, pretty. You should title it 2 Hearts.
What, you would title it 2 Hearts? Okay. What else would you title it if you were naming this painting? Jenna said Sad Hearts. Okay.
Planet hearts. It looks like they're in space. Sort of.
I like all the ideas you guys have given me. This looks almost like different paint though, doesn't it? I wonder if he used different kinds of paint. This looks like lighter colors, maybe watercolors.
These will be now.
These are pretty cool, aren't they?
And eventually
it was
there's a heart in the middle of it.
All right, so this is what our project's gonna end up looking like, okay? So let me pull this off of here. Is everybody poisonous purple? Poisonous purple. Oh my gosh, Harrison, you are so silly.
Wow.
All right, my friends. So if everybody's done with their background painting, we're gonna let this sit here and dry for a few minutes because we're gonna paint on that in another minute. So now I want you to get your piece of construction paper. Jenna, where's yours? So whatever kind of scrap paper you have, we're gonna make a stencil.
What's mine?
It does. Oh yeah, that is that Jackson? Yeah, I love that. Good, you filled in all the white spaces. Just right. Good job. All right, friends. So what we're gonna make now is called a stencil or a template. That is a really big art vocabulary word, but we kind of know what stencils are. So you're gonna take your paper and we're gonna fold it. All right, so it's top to bottom, okay? So we're using our paper kind of tall like this. And I want you to fold it in half like a book and make up, yeah, like hot dogs. That's what Jenna says, hot
I heard
dogs.
this trick before.
So
I'm not gonna
fold it in, huh? What, Philip?
I heard this trick before, but I'm not gonna spoil it for the rest of the kids.
That's okay. It's kind of like a little secret. No problem. Fold it in half, like long from top to bottom. Fold it in half, okay? Now this is where if you want to use a pencil, you can. You do not need to use a pencil. You are going to cut a heart, half of a heart shape on the fold, okay? So if we have, our fold is on this side, we're going to cut half of a heart shape out, okay? So just one side of the heart, the up and down. And then we're gonna take it out and unfold it and we'll have a heart. Okay, now make it pretty big. You wanna try to make it as big as the paper. And if you mess up, if you have another piece of paper, guess what? You can do more, right? You wanna make it pretty big, okay? And then you're gonna take it and unfold it and you have a heart. Good, Philip, that looks great. Henry, you got yours? Okay, yep, you're gonna cut them out. Jason, you guys in there? You guys got yours? Okay, I see them. Jada, good. Harper, did you get yours cut? Okay, good. All right, I see somebody popping in there. All right, good hearts. Adeline, that looks good. Isaiah, you got yours cut, bud? You got two? Good job. Good, everybody. Okay, now, once you have your stencil, your template cut out, yeah, that's great. That looks good. You're gonna take, if you have a grown-up helping you, you're gonna get a little piece of tape if you have it and make a tape roll, okay? Do you guys know how to roll tape? You stick it around your finger like that and let it cross over, okay? So you have like, it looks like a Band-Aid. You ever put a Band-Aid on your finger? So the sticky side is out. And then we're going to stick it on our heart and pull our finger out of it.
My heart is little.
It's magic. That's okay if it's little, it's okay. If you want to make it bigger, you can use another piece of paper, make it bigger next time. That's okay, we got time. You can do that. Right now. Okay. Do you guys know how to make a tape roll? Okay. So that it is, and you may need to get your grown-ups to help you with this if you've never done this before. But if you have to, we're gonna put a piece of tape. You might want to put 2 pieces on yours, it's okay. We need a tape roll. Remember, push it right around your finger. Where's your tape?
Is this okay?
Roll the tape around your face. Yes, your heart can be any size you want, but if you want it to fill up your paper, if you made it too small, if you feel that it's too small, you can do it again. If you have another piece of paper.
Go right for this piece of paper.
So if you have your piece of tape, look here, you take it, the sticky side is out, and you roll it around your finger like a Band-Aid. Is
that better?
Okay.
What is it?
And then you stick it on your heart and pull your finger out. Get yours?
Is this good?
You want for the side or bottom or whatever?
Yeah, Jackson, that looks fine.
Oh, we want to tape it on. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to tape it onto our confetti background, our party background. We're going to tape it onto our painting, okay? So we're going to take our heart with our tape.
Completely on the
and
heart.
we're going to tape it onto our background because we want it to stay on there for a few minutes.
The whole thing has to be on. Yep.
Okay.
The more you touch it, the less it's going to stick.
And you can put it straight on there. You can put it a little bit crooked. You can put it at the more at the top, more at the bottom. Wherever you want to put your heart on there is totally fine with me. But we want to stick that on there, and that's like a stencil or a template.
Okay, second.
If it sticks, where does she want you to stick it?
Yeah, just stick it on your painting, okay?
Mine isn't dry yet.
That's okay. We're going to peel it off in a few minutes anyway. So you can just stick it right on the wet paint. It's not going to hurt anything. Yep.
We're going to peel the heart off?
Yes, we're going to, that's why we only taped it with 1 or 2 pieces of tape. We're going to peel it off in a few minutes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what I have.
Has everybody got to this point? Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Good job. Good, Harper. Okay, Everybody got something going on that looks like this?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right, I'm getting ready to give you guys some more directions. So let's put our mute buttons on for just a minute. Now we're gonna need our black. And you're gonna need your dry paintbrush, the one that's not wet. Let me do this first. And then you can do it, okay? All right, the one that's not wet. And your black paint. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our black paint on our brush, our dry brush. And we're gonna swipe a little bit off the sides. We don't want it like dripping on here. And we are going to go around the edge of our heart and pull our black paint away from our heart. Let me put a little mark on here and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Dry brush, okay? This is a cool technique. All right, I got a little bit of it on my template, on my construction paper, and that's okay, because remember I said we're gonna peel it off. So just pull your black paint around the whole edge of your heart. So go all the way around you don't paint the whole background. You just go around the edge of the heart with the black paint all the way around the edge, okay? Whoops, I don't want to get it on my table. Don't get it on mom and dad's table, okay? Or nanny's or papa's or wherever you are. But just go right around the edge of your heart, all the way around the edge. And if you get some on your template, that's okay. It's really okay, all right? But you just want to dry brush it so you can get those little, those cool brush strokes, okay? Lots of wild and crazy brush strokes going on here. Go right around the edge, all the way around the edge of your heart with the black. Don't peel your heart off yet. Don't peel your heart off yet. You're going to get your black and go around the edge, your picture frame too, okay? Just a little bit around the edges of your paper. And just be really careful not to get it on the table. If you have a little piece of newspaper or a tablecloth or something there, you can go right off the edge. But just kind of go around the edges of your paper with this dry brush, and you can go right off the edge of your paper, okay?
Okay. So we're just basically making it
look dirty. Yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of almost a little, looks like dust or something on it. You know what I'm saying? So go around the edges of your page too, your frame. Let me show you guys this. I'll show you up close. See how Miss Jen did? Just very lightly went around the edges, went around the whole heart, and then I went around the edges of my paper and just put a little bit black on there.
Dang it.
And that's okay.
I said that because I painted on the paper underneath.
Was that there to protect your table?
Yes.
Okay, then that's okay. That's what it's there for. This is kind of cool, isn't it? It's like a big surprise getting ready to peel this thing off and see what it looks like. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be cool. And if you're, Jenna's painting, the confetti part was still a little bit wet, so she got some blue in her black. It's okay. Wipe your brush off, get more black, and keep going, okay? This is one of those projects that doesn't have to be perfect.
Like the one with bingo.
Right. You're right.
And if you want, and look at my fish, it looks really good.
You still got it. I'm so glad. That looks great.
Thank you.
So how's everybody doing? Hold them up. Let me see what you got. Oh, good, Harper. That looks good.
Look at mine.
Look at mine.
These are looking so good, you guys. I'm so excited. All right, let me scroll through and look at everybody's. Hunter, is that Hunter in there? Yep. Philip, oh, Philip, yours looks great. Henry, I don't see yours yet. Good. Jason and
Maybe it'll work on the
who else is there with you? Oh yeah, they look great.
I mean, like hanging up in the living room.
Adeline, yours looks good.
Yeah, I gotta find something to hang it with, but
Look at mine.
wow. So
Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Now we're getting ready to peel the heart off, okay? Yes. Harrison, that looks good.
Mine.
Why didn't you like your painting? I think that one looks great.
This is my fish.
Oh, you still have yours too, Henry? Look at the little thing on the head. Ooh, the teeth. All right, friends. Now, very carefully, once you got your black strokes, brush strokes done, you're going to peel your heart off. Be careful that the tape doesn't tear your paper. But if you go slow, it should be just fine, okay? So we're gonna peel our hearts off, our stencils, and we should have a perfect heart underneath without any of the black paint, okay? And it looks like a painted outline. Does that look cool? Does that look cool, guys? Oh my gosh, let me see yours. Let me see everybody else's. Whoops. Are you peeling yours off? Yeah, it looks cool, Henry. That looks great. Yay. Nate, yours looks good. Harper, let me see yours.
Look at mine.
Jackson, yes. Okay, now don't touch them too much because we do want to let them lay here to dry. That's okay. If it did a little bit, you can take a little piece of your purple paint and cover it back up. That's no problem. These are all right. So Jenna, one of her things, when she peeled it up, the tape peeled her paper off a little bit. It tore, like some of the paint come off. What she can do is take her other brush, her clean brush, and go right back over that place with one of her colors of paint. And it's like, you know, she never even missed it. So let me show you. Do you mind if I show them yours? This is Jenna's. And if you can, I don't know if you can see it anymore, but if you look right here in the red, do you see where the paint, the tape peeled a little bit of her paper off? She can take her red paint and go back in and touch that up. Just kind of hit that little spot with the red paint. And it, nobody, I bet you nobody will even know. See, we can fix these. This kind of art piece here is very fixable, very doable, very easy to fix.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did we still need our not wet paintbrush?
No, the not wet one was for the black.
Okay.
When we did the black. Yep.
Cool. Wet.
But yeah, you can wash that out now. Now, here's a couple of little things if you want to feel a little bit wild and crazy, but you do not have to do this. If you want to dribble drop some black, like drip paint, you know, you can go in and do that, make a little bit of splash marks on there. You have to ask your grown-up if that's okay to do because it could get a little bit messy. Or you can just leave it like this. Or you can go in with your colored paints now and dribble drop a couple of little splash marks with the wild and crazy colors.
I have a question.
If you have, here's another option.
Just a little bit.
If you want to
You don't need whole
white paint, you can go in and put a little highlight mark over on the side over there. You know how they make bubbles look like they have a little highlight mark? Those are all a couple of different options that you can do.
I have a question.
Another thing. Oh, yes, Harper. What's your question, dear?
Can I say hi to Hayden quick?
You can say hi to Hayden, sure.
Hi.
What?
Hi.
They're normally together.
I know. That's so fun, though. I'm glad that all the friends are on here. I was going to say, since we are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day on Sunday, if you want to, you can get one of your dangerous Sharpie markers in a little while once this is really nice and dry. And you can write a little Valentine's message on the inside of this and give it to somebody that you love. Wouldn't that be a nice homemade Valentine? You can go in and do the same project on smaller pieces of paper. Just use, cut smaller hearts, and you can make littler Valentines and send to your grown-ups or to your sisters and brothers or to your... Colton, did you do that?
Oh, that's cool.
That is very cool. Did you do that today? No, did you do it at school? Nope, you just did it because it's awesome. I love that. That looks really cool.
Ooh.
These are so cool.
And this is like a small piece of paper. But
is that paper or is that a canvas?
It's a canvas.
You can do the same project on a canvas and then you can hang it up in your house. You can do the same project on a canvas. That's what Jim Dine did with his. All of his are paintings on canvases. So from here on out, I want you guys to have learned something about an artist. If you ever see a heart painting, I hope you'll remember who that artist that was that probably did that, because he's really famous for his heart painting.
Oh, I'm doing a magic trick.
I see that. So we're going to remember Jim Dine, right? Like Dine dinner, but his name is Jim Dine, and he is the artist who did the heart paintings.
Dine like the
That sound good? Are we guys all going to be smart artists now?
I mean, who said they were doing a magic trick?
All right, hold them up. Let me see them one more time.
Okay.
Before it's time to go.
Look at mine.
Jackson, yours is great. I love those bright colors and then the black on the outer edge. That's really cool.
Look with my slime.
Hayden, yours is cool. Nate, Colton, I love your background.
Thank you.
Look at mine.
Philip, yours looks great. Jada. Jason.
Look at mine.
Hi, Yvette. Let me see. Yes, yours looks like, you know what? These would be really neat. Here's an option that you can talk to your grown-ups about if grown-ups are listening. You know, you can scan these once they're dry. If you can scan them into your computer or take a picture of them digitally, and you can send them to Walgreens or somewhere like that and get them put on a t-shirt. Wouldn't that be cute? You can put your artwork on a t-shirt. Did you know that? That's kind of a cool thing. Let's see. Hunter, I didn't get to see yours. I was scrolling through and I missed yours. Oh my gosh, yours is great. Oh, I love how you went right around the edges like a picture frame. That looks good.
And I did a technique in the inside.
Let me see. Show it again, please. And let's.
I took a small little brush and I took some black paint, and instead of waiting for the Sharpie, you can just take a small teeny brush and write your message in black paint.
That's awesome. It looks great. I love how you went around with the picture frame though. That's a cool, yours looks really good. All of them look really good. And everybody had the same directions, but everybody's is a little bit different, isn't it? I love that about art. You never know what you're going to get. Right?
There's only one way to find out.
All right, my friends, we are right at 3:45, so it's about time. Next week is our last week of art class. Okay, so watch for your email.
Lay down like this.
Watch for the emails this week, and I'll send a little update of what supplies you need to have ready. If you get your email, you can tell your parents or your grown-ups who signed you up for this.
Are we getting off?
Several people ask if we want to do this again in the spring.
You're not going to lay it down. It's wet.
If we're going to do it again, that way you'll kind of know and have a heads up if we do it in the spring.
Dun, dun, dun.
To get on the email list. Oh my gosh, those look so good. All right,
Are
so guys, next Friday. They look great. Oh my gosh, they look so good. You guys are doing a great job.
But they do it for free.
Bye, everybody. I'll see you next Friday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, friends. I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. See you next Friday. Bye.